Level 1. Wanderer. You are 19 when a prisoner inside a crashed Foundation transport asks you to open a door that does not exist. Red lights flash beneath an abandoned train station. Foundation officers surround the vehicle, while a containment team prepares to remove the passenger. Through the rear window, you see a young woman behind reinforced glass. A metal collar covers her throat. Humanoid anomaly. Do not communicate. She raises one hand. The door is behind you. You turn. Only concrete. A security officer spots you. Civilian, step away. The woman presses her palm against the glass. A black symbol appears on the wall. A handle grows from solid stone. They will erase this from your memory. You have 5 seconds. You can obey the people carrying rifle, or open an impossible door for someone they refuse to call human. You pull the handle. The wall opens into an endless hall of shelves. The woman's collar unlocks. She breaks the window, reaches you, and pulls you through. The station vanishes behind the closing door. Books rise farther than you can see. Some whisper, some breathe. Patrons pass wearing robes, armor, feathers, masks, and bodies your world would call impossible. A 6-armed librarian pushes a cart past without looking surprised. Welcome to the Wanderer's Library, the woman says. A heavy impact strikes the door behind you. The Foundation has found the way. You run. While corridors rearrange around you, she explains the names used by the Serpent's hand. The Foundation are the jailers. The GOC are the bookburners. The Chaos Insurgency are the madmen. And you? The Hand. Am I part of it now? That is not my decision. She stops before 3 staircases. One returns to your city. One leads to a world erased centuries ago. The third bears a brass plate with a name you have never heard but somehow recognize as yours. She covers it immediately. Do not say that aloud. Foundation lights appear behind you. You take the 3rd staircase. The steps collapse, dropping both of you into a circular reading room. A red book lies open on the central table. Words write themselves across the page. The jailers have taken a door. Return it before they learn how to open the rest. The library doors lock around you. Your first night as a wanderer has become your first assignment. Level 2. Initiate of the Library. You are 22 when the library gives you 1 hour to recover a stolen way from Site 19. The way exists as a torn page. Its illustrations show different entrances to the library. A bedroom closet, a hospital elevator, a prison gate, a door painted onto a moving train. The Foundation attached the page to a steel frame. If they understand its symbols, they may force ways open from outside. Your guide places a blank brass card in your hand. An initiate carries a card, a map, and a reason to return. The card identifies you. The red book is your map. You ask about the reason. She points to herself. You return because someone is waiting. The book opens a way beneath your feet. You land inside a Foundation records room, 12 minutes before the route closes. No computers, no alarms, no direct contact. You search cabinet labels, transfer forms, and disturb dust. Inside one drawer is a folder marked Non-Physical Architecture. The page has already been moved. A camera turns toward you. Your guide covers the lens, but the alarm begins anyway. You follow the transfer records into a testing chamber. 3 researchers stand around a steel door. The stolen page glows across its surface. One activates the test. The door opens. Not into the library. A dark corridor waits beyond it, filled with people knocking from the other side. The voices use the researchers' names. One reaches for the handle. You tear the page away. The corridor remains open. The false way has already learned the room. You press your blank card against the frame. The brass burns hot. Destination unrecognized. Entry denied. The door slams shut. Security is 2 minutes away. You return the page to the red book. The paper repairs itself. A supply closet becomes your exit. Before you leave, one researcher looks through the opening at the endless shelves. Take me with you. He helped create the experiment, but he also stopped the others from reopening the false corridor. Your guide tells you to close the way. You hold out your hand instead. Leave the badge. He removes it. All 3 of you cross. A librarian waits on the other side. Unauthorized patron. He chose to leave. The researcher gives his name. The library accepts him. Then letters engrave themselves onto your card. Initiate of the library. A second message appears beneath them. Knowledge has left the forbidden stacks. 3 readers no longer. Remember which future is real. Your next lesson is Level 3. Occult Scholar. You are 27 when 3 readers enter the same book and return remembering 3 different endings to the world. One remembers the Foundation destroying every anomaly. One remembers the Hand exposing everything and causing global collapse. The third insists humanity never existed. Each believes they survived. Each carries injuries that disappear when nobody watches. The book is missing. Its title changes with every reader. The last history, the only tomorrow, the world you failed to save. As an occult scholar, your task is not only finding dangerous knowledge, you must understand what it wants. You inspect the empty shelf. No broken wards, no forced access. The book left voluntarily. All 3 readers share one detail. Every future places them at the center of history. The Foundation fears them. The hand follows them. The world depends on their decision. The book feeds on importance, you say. Your guide nods. So where would it hide? Where people want answers. You search the crisis archives. Then you find a young wanderer sitting alone. A black book rests in his hands. He is crying. In my future, I save everyone. The cover changes to show his face. Close it. If I stop, they die. Words crawl from the pages onto his arms. The book is no longer showing a future. It is writing one through him. Your guide prepares a containment seal. Using it would trap the wanderer inside the story. You sit across from him instead. Tell me how you save them. He describes a perfect war. Every cell obeys him. Every way opens for him. Every enemy fears him. The more he speaks, the stronger the book becomes. You interrupt. Who disagrees with you? No one. Who pays for your victory? Silence. Who do you fail? The words on his arms begin fading. The book cannot maintain a future containing uncertainty, compromise, or consequences. You make him describe mistakes, people he cannot save, friends who might leave, choices without correct answers. The future collapses. He closes the book. The false injuries vanish from the three readers. You seal the cover with a thread made from the abandoned prophecy. The wanderer remembers only one sentence. You were chosen. He asks if it was true. Being chosen is easy. Choosing what you do next is harder. A librarian places a black key on your table. It opens text too dangerous for ordinary patrons. Your card updates. Occult scholar. Then a message arrives from the ordinary world. A GOC operation has surrounded an anomalous settlement. 64 residents. No stable way. Sunrise is 40 minutes away. Your guide removes her library robes and puts on a field coat. She places another beside you. Books will not be enough. Level 4. Field hand. You are 32 when 64 people need a door, and every existing way has been poisoned. The settlement hides beneath an abandoned shopping district. Its residents include anomalous families, refugees from destroyed realities, and people who escape Foundation containment. The GOC surrounds every street. Foundation teams approach from the north. One side intends to destroy the settlement. The other intends to contain it. Neither ask the residents what they want. Your cell enters through a drainage tunnel. 31 minutes before both forces reach the shelter. As a field hand, you coordinate the evacuation. Count residents, find the injured, remove tracker, check compromised routes, locate anything that can become a way. The old entrance is dead. GOC anchors have disconnected the district from the library. One possible exit remains, a laundromat near the perimeter. The rear wall once opened into the library. Now it is only tile and concrete. Your guide checks the red book. The connection still exists. The meaning is incomplete. Ways open through association. The laundromat represents transformation. Something enters carrying one identity and leaves carrying another. You order every resident to surrender one object tied to the life they are escaping. Foundation bracelets, apartment keys, containment uniform, documents describing them as non-human. The objects go into the largest washing machine. The drum begins turning without power. A doorway appears across the tiled wall. The library waits beyond it. Children first, injured residents next, then family. Halfway through, the way begins shrinking. One resident refuses to remove a Foundation bracelet. It is the only thing with my name. You kneel beside him. Keep the name. Leave the number. You break the identification code from the band and return the blank bracelet. He crosses. The way opens fully. Then a Foundation officer enters, carrying an injured hand operative. He could have arrested him. Instead, he brought him to you. Take him. Your cell raises defensive wards. The officer removes his badge. The coalition is collapsing the building. There is room for one more person. Your guide asks, "Are you asking for sanctuary?" He looks back toward the Foundation perimeter. Yes. You pull both men through. The laundromat disappears as the building collapses. All 64 residents survive, but one freed woman refuses to remove her stabilization harness. When she panics, nearby objects disappear from reality. Some hand members call the harness another cage. She grips the controls. "I want it left on." You remove Foundation remote access and transfer every lock to her. Then you find a quiet, empty world beyond a small way. A house waits beneath two moons. She enters carrying the only key. Freedom does not always mean opening the cage. Sometimes it means deciding who controls the lock. When you return, smoke rises from the upper library stacks. A librarian waits beside the central desk. Someone has stolen the index to every active way. Level 5. Librarian. You are 39 when the library begins losing its doors. A hospital elevator stops opening into the medical archives. A cave disconnects from an anomalous city. A bedroom closet closes, while two children remain separated from their parents. Someone has stolen the master index containing thousands of active ways. The thief has not left the library. If they had, every major faction would already be fighting for it. As a librarian, you command one sector and 12 junior attendants. First, preserve access for travelers. Mark unstable ways. redirect arrival, create temporary shelters, warn hand cells, then investigate. The index changes size depending on how many doors the reader understands. In the wrong hands, it may appear as one page. No borrowing record exists. No ward was broken. The index allowed itself to be taken. That means the thief convinced it the ways were in danger. Witnesses mention a masked scholar, asking which door could reach every world at once. You recognize the pattern. The prophecy book has been opened again. You find the thief in a reading chamber, surrounded by maps. The young wanderer you once saved sits at the center, older now, exhausted. The master index lies open beside the black book. He has seen a future where the Foundation invades the library. His solution is to close every way first. No entrance means no invasion. No entrance also means no escape. Temporary isolation saves the library and abandons everyone outside it. The index keeps erasing doors. You cannot simply take it. It recognizes him as its reader. So you challenge the future. You display reports from the remaining ways. A Foundation medical team used one to evacuate anomalous civilians. A former GOC operative protected another. Hand cells, refugees, scholars, and ordinary people are keeping routes open from outside. The library survives because knowledge and people move through it. You place your card into the index, close every way connected, only to control. The index searches. A chaos insurgency route collapses. A Foundation gate built through forced thaumaturgy seals. A private entrance sold by wealthy collectors disappears. But doors maintained through invitation, refuge, scholarship, and consent remain open. The prophecy book begins losing pages. Its perfect war required only 2 sides. Reality contains thousands. The young scholar releases the index. I thought I was saving this place. You were saving the future that made you most important. The ways begin returning. Your card changes. Librarian. The title gives you no throne, only more shelves and more decisions. 6 hand cells arrive before your desk. The Foundation has discovered a grand way, leading to an entire anomalous civilization. The GOC intends to destroy it. The Chaos Insurgency intends to seize it. Several hand cells want to open it publicly and collapse the veil overnight. The library gives you no authority over them. The people standing before you do. Level 6, Keeper of the Hand. You are 48 when 3 armies surround the same door, and the Serpent's hand divides over whether to open it. The Grand Way stands inside an abandoned museum. Beyond it lies a world where anomalous civilizations live openly. No veil, no containment sites, no one forced to hide what they are. The Foundation approaches from the east. The jailers want the way sealed and studied. The GOC approaches from the west. The book burners intend to erase it. The Chaos Insurgency enters through tunnels beneath the museum. The madmen offer protection in exchange for exclusive access. Hundreds of hand members gather on the library side. There is no president, no final council, no official commander. But when the arguments stop, everyone looks at you. They call you Keeper of the Hand because you have spent years keeping its doors, knowledge, and people from belonging to anyone who claims the right to control them. You have 11 minutes. One cell demands full exposure. Humanity deserves the truth. Another warns that governments, corporations, armies, and panic will invade a civilization that never asked to be discovered. A third wants the way destroyed before anyone can own it. Your guide stands beside you, the same person who pulled you through your first impossible door. She gives no answer. She taught you that nobody else can choose your way. You divide the cells. One evacuates civilians. One delays the GOC ritual. One blocks the insurgency tunnels. One protects the library entrance. You reach the Grand Way. Thousands of people stand on the other side. They are not asking to join your world. They are asking why your world is fighting over their door. That decides the first part. You close the Grand Way from their side. The Foundation believes you surrendered. The GOC stops charging its device. The insurgency rushes the empty frame. Then you open the master index. You do not create another giant portal. You release thousands of smaller doors. A Foundation-holding cell opens into sanctuary. A GOC detention room opens into a free port. A civilian apartment opens beside a library shelf. A hidden community receives an emergency exit. A curious human finds a door they may choose to enter. An anomalous person finds one they may choose to leave through. No single doorway reveals everything. No organization can control all of them. The jailers cannot contain thousands of voluntary connections. The book burners cannot destroy every relationship between worlds. The madmen cannot own doors that open only through consent. Some hand members accuse you of being too cautious. Others accuse you of risking too much. That is how you know the decision belongs to the hand. Nobody is forced to agree. The museum's Grand Way collapses. The civilization beyond it remains safe. Years later, a new way opens inside the library. A 19-year-old steps through beside a frightened humanoid Escaping Foundation custody. Does walking through that door make me part of the Serpent's hand? You remember asking the same question. There is no ceremony, no official rank, no leader who can answer for everyone. You point toward the way behind them. Foundation lights are appearing on the other side. That depends. On what? On whether you keep the door open for the next person. The newcomer looks at the escaped prisoner, then closes the way before the jailers can follow. Somewhere deeper in the library, another door begins opening.